Hi, welcome back to Yard Legal Reasonings. I'm Nadine Atkinson Flowers, Jamaican attorney and U.S. immigration attorney. Common law unions, that is something that I have been hearing so much about in the context of U.S. immigration and Jamaican persons who are doing their documentation to come to the United States. So I thought I would spend a little time on it, and if you have additional questions, please reach out and we will be happy to try and help. The common law union that obtains in the United States has certain legal implications. In Jamaica, when we talk about a common law union, most times, in fact all the time, a common law union, unless the court has said otherwise, this is really where a single man and a single woman, sometimes man might not be so single or woman might not be so single, but that's another story. The persons are living together but they are not married. They have not gone to church or the RGD or had some kind of a religious ceremony performed where they can say that they are married and that this marriage can be registered at the Registrar's General Department and a marriage certificate can be issued. That is not what has happened. We just live together and they obviously are in a union. The documentation that persons have to complete, whether it is for a visitor's visa to the US or they're coming to live or it's for a work permit, whatever it is, a medical visit visa, whatever it is, most times questions are there about your spouse and the type of legal arrangements. Jamaicans sometimes are confused by that, and a woman who is living with a gentleman and they are not married, as I said, wherein they have done a ceremony, will say, oh, I'm in a common law relationship, and they will check that box that says common law union, and everything seems to be fine. They get their visa to visit, or they get their visa to come and study, or their work permit, whatever it is. And then they are now in the United States and they got married. So now a marriage has been performed, a religious ceremony of sorts has taken place, and a marriage certificate has been lodged with the state authority, whichever state it is that they're living in. And they are now in the process of becoming residents of the United States, and so they are asked to complete certain documentation, whether they're in Jamaica or they're here in the States. And the documents are completed and sent to U.S. Immigration. And U.S. Immigration says, oh, but there is a problem because you are already in a common law union, and that union has to be dissolved before you can be considered eligible to marry someone else and therefore eligible for a benefit as a result of marriage to that person. This is very, very crucial, and it's happening with some regularity. Persons have to understand that if you say you're in a common law union and you are talking simply that you're living with a man or living with a woman, but you have not done a religious ceremony where a ring has been exchanged and a marriage certificate has been lodged at RGD, you are not in a common law union for the purposes of U.S. immigration law. That is crucial to understand. It is something that is creating a lot of havoc and causing all sorts of problems for persons. The easiest solution is when you are completing those documents or someone is completing them for you, the box that says single is the box that you need to tick, because you are not married. You did not go through a religious ceremony, as I've said, and you did not have lodged at the Registrar General Department a marriage certificate. So for the purposes of U.S. immigration, you're single, and for the purposes of Jamaican law, you are actually a single woman or a single man. Therefore, that is crucial. And you have persons who are indicating, oh, but I went here and they assisted me, or I went there and they assisted me. When you are the person who has to sign, you have to make sure that the correct thing is written down. And therefore, it is absolutely crucial that you look at that section and you put that you are a single woman. Because as I said, and I can't emphasize it enough, if you have not gone through some kind of a religious ceremony and have lodged at the Registrar General's Department a marriage certificate, then you are actually not married. And even though in our Jamaican parlance and our Jamaican culture, you say, oh yeah man, me have a common law union, me have a common law partner, my baby father, or me and him live together, or me and her live together. You are not a married person. And so to prevent all of the problems that have been happening and unfortunately might continue to happen for some time if people are not careful, then I am really hopeful that persons will remember that this is very crucial and something that they have to be aware of. Like, share, subscribe, and tell us the topics that you want us to talk about.